Richmond have been pretty good the last couple of weeks. An impressive win last weekend against Port Adelaide, and Brett Deledio has been central to that. What do Essendon need to do to combat his influence?
Yeah, there's no doubting they're a confident side. Richmond, when they get up and about and their best players play well, the likes of Grigg and Brandon Ellis and those types really lift their game as well. And Deledio, the record is stunning when he plays. Richmond win 70-80% of the time. When he doesn't, it can fall down to 10-20%. So I think why he's so effective at the moment is because he's playing forward. He's not sitting back behind the ball. So every possession he's winning is really valuable to Richmond. So I think Essendon's got the perfect man, Mark Bagley, I think, to go with him. I think he can go with him in the air. He can go with him at ground level. And so if we can restrict him, he had 30 possessions and kicked a couple of goals. So you can't have Brett Deledio doing that. So I think if he can play that negating role on Deledio, try and go with him wherever he can. I think it'll be a huge advantage for the Bombers.
Martin and Cochin create a lot of drive through the middle. Do you tag either of them?
I think Melsham, should go to one of them. I think that Cochin, I think, is the one because if Bagley or someone can cover Deledio, I think what you've got to try and do is you're not going to stop them from getting 20-25 possessions, but it's the way they use the ball. I think earlier in the year, Cochin and Martin were going backwards and sideways. That's Essendon's challenge, is can they get them? The pressure, that's big and strong, that they're kicking backwards and sideways. If it's not, they'll be penetrating, and that's what they have been the last fortnight, and that's why they've been a much better side with Richmond have.
Jack Rewalt was in the goals last weekend. What are sort of the keys? Do you send a hooker or Hurley to him, and the keys to stopping him?
Hooker's always been the man generally to go with Jack Rewalt, but one thing I'd say about Jack is people believe he's never been fitter. He's always struggled to get up the ground and then get back, but he's doing it really, really well and at the moment. So whoever it is, Hooker or Hurley, we've got a great matchup to go with him, but they have to be right on their game because they're going to Rewalt about 70% of the time. So he's the main man down there. And he's a barometer for them. So, I think Hooker, it'd be great to put Hurley on him. Hooker playing that spare man, and obviously Fletcher down there as well. With no Vickery, Fletcher can play that cut-off role as well.
And Rance at the Richmond's defensive end, he's really come on the last sort of year and a half or so to be a really strong defender. What do our forwards need to do to keep him honest?
Firstly, keep him occupied. I think that's what Jesse Hogan of Melbourne did really well. I think that it was an even battle through the midfield, and Jesse Hogan kept him honest and led him up to the ball. So, the moment Rance is running and dashing out of defence, he gets his tail up and he's a pretty hard man to stop. So I think whether it's Joey or Jake Carlisle, they've got to play a really smart game, not get too far up the ground, keep him occupied deep in 50 and stop his run and carry.
It's a significant game for a number of reasons. Obviously the context of the season, Essendon and Richmond, similar positions, but also Dreamtime at the G and Dustin Fletcher's 400-game milestone. How did you find these milestone games, these big build-up games to prepare, and then did it have any effect on how you guys played?
It was really exciting, firstly. I think there's some clubs can go through a whole season and not have a game like this, let alone have Anzac Day and then a night like this, Dreamtime at the G, plus Fletcher's 400. So I think the great thing about Fletch is he'll get everything out the way today. He'll do his appearances tonight, and then come tomorrow, he realises let's focus on the game. And obviously there'll be a bit going on in the rooms, but I think it's just, as I said, it's crucial. It means nothing if Essendon can't get the 4 points, because suddenly you go 4 and 5 and you're up against it. So it's a big game. Get in the 8 by Saturday night. If the Bombers can win, you're in a bit of trouble if we lose. So I think the emotion of it, I think after 5 minutes, just another game of football.
All right, well, hopefully we're reviewing an Essendon win early next week. Thanks a lot for your time, Matty.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Simon.